Hey, I thought we lost that truck.
Shh, it's horrible.
What are we doing in Paris again?
Oh God!
Oh shit! It's a bird.
This doesn't look like a fun This doesn't look like good tidings for the next episode.
It looks like an anemone for disaster.
I thought we killed that bird in the previous game.
So, welcome to one of the darkest points. Well, okay, no, the prologue was probably the darkest point, but one of the more tense finales. So now we're Bond film.
We made sure to study up on our unknowing host.
Oh, now we get to learn about the Claw Gang's leader.
Let's all point and
ask how
laugh at him.
Maybe if we laugh, he'll walk
What a
away.
nerd.
But he never managed to keep up with the other
Wow,
Oh, he's a
that's
shorty.
That's kind of sad in hindsight.
were useless for
So he can't flight.
He's a tiny
can't
bird.
furious at his feeble body. He focused
You know,
his
this is
powerful
you know
mind
this
on
is actually a
search for
really
cure.
decent
In the
backstory
worst
for this
of
character.
the
I
Renaissance
really can't
man.
wait to see how this entire chapter fleshes him out as a character.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, they do
get
try to
this-
get away. They do try to push away from what you'd think would be the actual goal, but you'll see what
Did you
happens.
notice that he has a mustache on his beak?
Yes.
And now
Yes.
this mastermind is
On his
So
beak.
basically, he wants to.
And when that happens,
He wants to insert himself into Clockwork.
And we don't want that.
Yeah.
He wants to control
No one wants
Clockwork
that.
as like an exoskeleton, like a new body.
So you can fly again.
Mhm.
Welcome to an anatomy for disaster.
Eyes
So
on
wait,
you, buddy.
are his wings just too diminutive to
Yeah, they're just
allow
like
him-
they're,
Yeah,
they're
that's
too
basically
small.
the thing.
Also, how the
Yeah,
hell
so
do we
kinda like
have a base of operations here?
Laptop. Anyway,
It's a
temporal
makeshift.
lock. Freeze time around the guards temporarily. That's pretty good.
Well, no, not even like a
Actually,
makeshift affair. Like, are there no guards just like peering around?
Oh, Feral Pounds. That's a pretty cool one, but I don't think I'm gonna get
I was
that.
about
And
to
it's
say
also a
something
little.
I think. Well,
Go ahead.
I was about to say what would be a nice little attention to detail is if the hideout and this was actually the battery they were just in.
It makes
It
sense.
is.
Huh.
I thought it was the battery. My bad. Okay. Anyway, okay. So there is France up ahead.
That is
We're
that's a
going there.
very weird Dutch angle to go at, by the way.
It is, but I will say I like the skybox of this level the most.
It kind of reminds me of a Dark Passage from Spyro 1. Where the skybox is just like tilted a diagonal thing.
There's one.
I almost
I
forgot
know.
we still
Oh, yeah,
still
we're
have to
collecting
collect the rest of
bottles.
these.
This is the last of these, yes. Until
know,
I have to do them all on
Arpeggio might be a nerd, but at least he leaves clue bottles out for us. He's not that bad.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think I know what you were about to say, Logan, and I will assure you, you don't have to worry about this when you get to Sly 3, because Sly 3 actually omits the clue balls.
It does?
That's right. And then Sly 4 brings it back with a raging vengeance.
With a raging boner.
I mean, I guess in Sly 3's case, they just figured that it'd just be easier to give you all your power-ups from the shop, as opposed to just unlocking some of them to the under these gates. Or excuse me,
Well,
not
I mean,
gates, just these. Yeah.
I mean, I liked it because it rewarded exploration. Also with what,
Yeah. I
yeah.
guess, but that's
Also-
also what the treasure's for.
also with what Icky said. I never thought I'd get that boner.
Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, Icky knows what we're talking.
boner if it's the last thing I do.
If no one's going to help me, I'll just have to go alone.
Whoa!
I'll show you how many boners the arpeggio can make.
No.
I'll get that boner.
Oh, slow.
Anyway, we're talking about Waxinator.
Slow down.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
shit!
If
You just
this
launched
was-
him into a jet answer, you monster!
If this wasn't rated E for 10.
Uh-uh,
Oh, boy.
we're ready for everyone.
Yeah, I was about to say
Back
this
to
was
the
actually
point.
this was before the E10 rating.
You cheap bastard!
Okay, so...
Just the fact
That wasn't very everyone, but here you
that.
go.
But okay. Yeah, the fact that he just launched him into the turnpines reminds me of a scene in the finale of the first Captain America movie where Cap pulls him off one of those little propeller things and the guy actually goes right through it and it's like he disappears and you just see like red mist.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
He gets
That
evaporated.
happens. That happens, or I mean, I would have even, you know what, even for E10 and up, I would have accepted cartoon violence if you throw them in and just poof, feathers.
I would yeah, just make him poop into feathers.
I would have accepted that. I would have accepted that, and
Yeah.
I hate making this jump.
But yeah, you need a higher vantage point to get up there.
Yeah.
I
I don't think
do
you're
it.
going to be able to do it from the...
Ha!
Okay, so he did
Never
do
mind.
it.
Aha!
That shut me up fast.
Shut me up.
Never doubt my fancy footwork.
So if you jump
I
into
like
that
it.
central propeller, what happens?
You go on a magical journey to hell.
To hell.
To hell.
Magic.
I mean, we have killed at least. We killed a guy on our way up here. We've killed thousands, probably.
So wait, am I the only one that notices that the moon is going up and down, up and down, up and down?
Where?
With the
Like, in
moon?
front
On
of
the
us?
background.
Oh no, that's a spotlight. Those are spotlights.
That's no, that's the moon.
Oh, that.
What,
oh,
the
that
yelp?
Yeah, that moon.
Ah.
Now it's going back up. What?
It's probably because the blimp is going up and down, up and down. It's trying to stay like, see how everything's like kind of going up and down. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, I see now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this thing ain't
It's not a
entirely
very
stable.
smooth flight.
No.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
you
like
makes
leaning
you-
all over the place.
Makes you wonder how Arpeggio sleeps at night.
Now, granted,
it
I
rocks
do.
him to sleep.
Also, this is me trying to think of where the heck I'm supposed to go next to find these freaking bottles. Now, granted, like even though it's a final area, I do like this as like a final area because there is some platform to be done. It's not terribly big. Honestly, thinking back on it, I think the Canada levels were some of the largest, like sprawling levels out of all of them.
Admittedly, this
Okay.
level kind of reminds me of What's
ahead.
the name? What's the name of the that balloon level from Crash Team Racing? It's like Pinstripe something.
Let me check on that real quick. I did have the soundtrack on me.
Pinstripe Incorporated.
No, the one with the
No,
balloons.
he's talking about
The hot air balloons.
Hot air Skyway.
Hot Air Skyway. Okay.
That had nothing to do with Pinstripe.
Well, to be
Well,
fair,
no, you race Pinstripe on it.
Then you do see his face every once in a while on the blimps.
Yeah.
That's fair. Did that game make any remark about how he stole your girlfriend?
No.
Nope.
Did it? No. Well, what about
Ah,
during the
crap.
cutscene where you initially fight him? Or race him, in this case.
Nope.
Nope.
No mention of Tana whatsoever.
Because-
After Crash 1, the Western branch for the Western translation for Crash games tried to acknowledge that she never existed.
Huh.
Whereas the Japanese kind of, yeah.
Yeah, they actually
Which now-
they actually tried to acknowledge the fact that she left.
Really?
Which honestly, I like that idea of it being like. I like the idea of it being like Tana never existed and she was just a figment of Crash's imagination.
She was
to be
never
fair,
there.
Imagination.
To be fair, she was subjected to the horrors of the Cortex Vortex. For all
I
we
mean,
know,
Tana
Actually,
has
oh
been
boy.
selected for running through the Blunder. Crash is out to save her, and he'll never surrender.
Shush.
Actually, real
I
quick,
love that
just
song.
like
You
this.
shush.
Real quick, I like the idea that we're making that by like Tana's just like a figment of Crash's imagination.
I mean,
it just
what-
gives
if-
me
if-
like this.
It would explain a
Just
few
gives me like
things.
it just gives me this like sad little scene where Crash is just sitting there. It's like
All
Even my
around me,
imaginary girlfriend dumped me.
all around me, and
he got over the effects of the vortex.
enter the
And-
text.
And Crash is just there going, "We've played this charade long enough."
Oh god, you know what?
So
That
Crash has a talk with fake Crash.
another figment of his imagination, but
Then why
actually,
is
no,
Why is Coco able to see him?
because she's real.
Yeah.
No.
But you were saying-
She's his older sister who has to take care of him while he's in the hospital.
No, like Coco is able to see fake Crash too.
Well, maybe.
And Cortex.
Maybe that's like the one part of the vortex that they both can that affected them both.
Granted,
Hmm.
granted, if you will recall, the only time that I can remember fake Crash being like actually like there and like she acknowledges it is when they're all hypnotized by Entrance and in that giant
Ooh.
like vortex dimension.
Yeah, you can even, and honestly, well, to be fair, you could honestly argue that game may as well be non-canon, but
Wait, is he the one that looks like an egg?
yes.
Yes.
Yep.
That's Entranced.
Why? He looks stupid.
It kind of is.
It kind of is.
But actually, if I can interject real quick, have you guys ever seen the behind the scenes on what like the story of Crash Bandicoot used to be like back when it was called Willy the Wombat?
No, go ahead and
you
tell me.
don't?
Honestly, I feel like I have, but go ahead.
All right, well, this is all stuff that you can check out on the secret files of Crash Bandicoot. What Willy the Wombat? It's pretty much that book that Dark Horse published a few months back, and it gave a lot of it pretty much gave us all these files and everything on the story, what the gameplay elements and everything about Willy the Wombat. And part of the story is that the whole deal behind Cortex's Vortex is that it wasn't even like some sort of fancy machinery that actually can enslave the minds of those that warp into him. It's just like all he does to pretty much brainwash them is that there's like 1,000 televisions, and they're all like, every channel has like a different thing, like a cops and robbers movie or a game show or anything.
It's an overload. It's an overload of media.
Basically, yes, it's an overload. It's an overload of media, and basically the animals are supposed to be subject to that for like 24 hours a day, or something like that.
So they adapt to the certain channels that are displayed on the monitors.
Mm-hmm. And basically, what was going to happen is that Willie, what Crash was like, Willie the Wombat, he got subjected to it, and well, I think
he enjoyed every single channel.
Yes, he watched every single channel, and after he pretty much got warped by it, he practically took on the. He's like that. He's like a freaking. How should I put this? He basically took on the persona of every single channel he watched in a very split. Yeah, in a split-mannered motion. It made him fucking insane.
Okay.
Sounds like a slightly unhinged genie from Aladdin.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what? That would explain a few things, I guess. Why Pinstripe is a mob stereotype, why the Komodo bros are...
samurai?
Yeah. Why Papu Papu is the Indian stereotype.
Well, Papu Papu was never really affected by the Cortex Vortex. For all I know, he never met the fucker.
No, he's just an old tribesman.
Tiny Tiger would be all about wrestling.
But, yeah, sure. And,
he likes gladiator movies.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, no, that was basically what they were going to go with. And, well, let's just say that this was a blessing in disguise. An original idea for them is that Crash was essentially going to be like Gex, where he basically spouted non-stop references.
Thank goodness they put...
Thank God they changed him.
Thank goodness they... Thank goodness they stitched that mouth up, right, Ryan?
You know what? That does make me curious as to, like, if they did ever think to incorporate that back into Crash, just imagine, like, Jess Harnell coming up with, like, a whole bunch of, like, TV-related ad-libs.
If it's still Jess Harnell.
No, I'm pretty sure... Well, nowadays it would be, because that is his current actor.
Is it?
No, guys, come on. Crash Bandicoot would never be, like... The Crash Bandicoot would never
be lol random.
They would never be lol random and make a bunch of stupid references. Now, excuse me while I go play Crash the Titans.
And Mind Over Mutant.
Which Mind Over Mutant, actually, if you think honestly, with Mind Over Mutant's premise, now that actually makes a lot more sense when you're referencing like how they mimic a bunch of TV shows and channels all at once.
I mean, there's also the idea in which Crunch is just Mr. T.
Hang on, Nikki. There's
technically that started tag team racing.
I know, but I'll say, but hang on, Nikki. But like Mind Over Mutant, straight up every cutscene is mimicking a different kind of cartoon or channel or whatever.
Oh, you're right.
There's a freaking South Park cutscene for crying out loud.
Isn't there a Dragon Ball Z cutscene as well?
That's like
those are the last two cutscenes.
And there's a dark like comic version. There's of course a classic like noir horror film with
too many cartoons
and Jin.
And it's actually kind of funny because if you think about it, like the big MacGuffin about it, the NV, you could kind of consider it kind of like a lower gear version of the Vortex in the sense of like that you put it on the animals and it warps their mind and whatnot.
But yeah, thinking on it, like just that whole like channel thing. I think.
So where are the gems and crystals come in?
You got me there.
Yeah.
That was something.
Maybe they're just pretty.
The crystals were pretty much a thing after Crash 1. Let's be fair here. The gems, though, you got me there.
I guess they're just pretty to look at.
I guess so.
They're more interesting to look at than a fucking TV screen.
Yeah.
Though I'd have to argue that the gems in Spyro 1 look better.
1,000 TV channels to watch every day and every night till you fucking droop.
Yeah.
Wait,
what he said.
We had to subscribe to Verizon Fios.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't do a good Dr. Cortex voice, unfortunately.
You're scaring me, Icky.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Alright, we almost got the last one. Thank you for everybody who's managed to put up with us talking about Crash Bandicoot.
And for those
I'm sorry, you can only break so many glass bottles before we start feigning interest.
We did it.
And for those of you that want a better explanation of what we were just talking about, go buy the Crash Bandicoot files on Amazon now.
Or better yet, save your money for the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
That too.
Anyways,
Honestly,
Crash!
but the
Honestly,
Spyro...
Honestly, wait, real quick. That actually gave me a pretty neat idea. Do you think... Oh, yeah, apparently Clockwork's parts are being held in that little small blimp. So, no, actually, idea I just had. If they're going to do this, do you think they're going to, like, make some sort of, like, remastered, like, Spyro Orange, Crash Purple kind of thing?
No!
I don't think... Well, if they decide to do, like, another Crash
Not
Spyro
based
team-up,
off those games, but based on the original.
I could see them doing, like, another Crash Spyro team-up, but definitely not in that style.
Never, ever. Please.
I mean... Am I one of those few people that actually don't think those games are bad? They're just okay.
Excuse you?
I've never... They exist. That's my opinion of them.
James, snap out of it. The game's controlling you.
What are you talking about? You're just playing a good old game of bumper balls with the dragon and the Norks and the... Oh!
No. No.
Oh.
Bad.
Wait, stop.
James.
We need to... You know what? I think we
Guys,
should
Clockwork.
celebrate...
Ooh.
Whoa,
Mama,
crap.
Iki, why do you torture me so?
Guys,
Because you need
This
to learn
is,
better, James.
Oh, hey,
guys,
Clockwork.
this is problem.
Yeah, he's
He's
literally
put us
almost
back
done with-
together.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
you're
he's almost
talking
done.
about problems. Bentley is a character in Spyro 3.
Oh, that's right,
What?
the
Oh,
Yeti.
the Yeti.
The mean old Yeti.
Yeti.
Alright, so
Oh,
we have to
speaking-
take recon photos of our arch nemesis?
Yes. And these magnetic spinning things. We gotta come up with a plan really quick.
This totally doesn't look convoluted in the slightest.
So wait, can Clockwork even function without a working brain?
I mean, probably... He'd probably be the equivalent of an RC plane, where there's just, like, nothing
Come to
happening.
think of it, we never did find Clockwork's brain.
He had it.
Maybe RPG had it.
Real quick, back up. It was mentioned in the conversation. These things are annoying to pick a photo of.
I mean,
It
they're
was
constantly in
mentioned-
motion.
It was mentioned in a conversation between Jean Bisson and Arpeggio. He's like, "Oh, I got that there Clockwork brain of yours," and they mentioned again in the second stage of Canada. They also, gosh dang it, they do mention one more time. There we go. It does mention one more time in the Canada section, Bentley saying, we'll do this heist so we can have access at the Clockwork Brain. So he did have access to the Clockwork Brain. He's just now combined it with everything else.
Was the Clockwork Brain a part of the head in this case? Because we haven't seen the
Yes.
head.
That's actually a good idea. That's actually good.
Actually,
That's
what are
actually a
those
good
eggs?
Point.
Eggs. Eggs.
That's actually-
So
That's
we can have
actually a good
radioactive
point, Icky,
omelets?
I was about to say, it's funny you bring that up, Vicky, because outside of that bit of retcon, that bit of recon,
Retcon?
they bring up the purpose of those eggs.
Yeah, the recon and then the retcon immediately after.
Eggs.
No, yeah, they mentioned being radioactive, but it doesn't really amount to anything.
Look at that beautiful
I'm willing to
metal
bet they were
mug.
just nothing more than ammunition.
I do like this render of a Clockwork over the first one. Makes a little more sense.
Well,
Now-
He's an owl.
Now I will still say what spoilers would happen. How they show him in Slice 4. I think they do a really good job of.
Uh-oh.
son of a bitch. I
Dun,
knew
dun,
it.
dun!
But anyway,
Oh, you have to do it through the purple.
That's
yeah,
so
I guess
dumb.
so. It's a worse photo here. Anyway, spoilers.
Ooh,
How they show
la,
off in Slice. Spoilers. I actually like how they show him off in Slice 4. Like he does look more like an owl.
Yeah. Hello. Oh god, she saw me. Run!
Run! She's caught on!
Sly just jumps out of the blimp.
You know what? I would crack up if that was actually intentional. Like, the moment you take a photo of her, she turns her head towards the camera. That would
That'd
be
be so
fucking
creepy, so
creepy.
cool.
So that whole recon was pretty much pointless.
Dude, Bentley. What the heck is wrong with... We have to do this now. We have to come up with
Yeah?
a plan on the fly.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're literally at the final tostada here. We gotta break this thing.
Do you even like tostadas?
Coincidentally, I don't even know what tostadas are.
A tostada is kind of like a taco.
I'm sorry. That metal clanging I just heard there worked perfectly with what I just said.
I'm sorry, what happened?
I don't know.
So I was questioning Jake. Okay, so first off, real quick, Icky, in terms of creepiness, imagine taking a photo of a statue facing away from you. The camera flashes, and then it shows the recon, and it's now facing you.
Oh, that's terrifying.
But no. Okay, so we need to get some keys. But no. So what happened there was James, for the longest, James recently has been saying he's been saying the phrase, "It's time for the final tostada," which I was like, James, do you even like tostadas? He's like, I don't even know what a tostada is. To which we hear,
Oh.
Whatever you were doing just then, and like pin drop, and then like.
And I was about to. It's like, I don't know what a tostada is, but double damn it, it's fun to say.
Yeah.
So a tostada.
It's like those people that like to say the word Smeckledorf.
That's not even a word that I agree with you.
So tostada is basically, from my exposure with it, a tostada is basically like a taco, but with a hardened tortilla shell. The idea is that like.
So it's a hard shell
is,
taco.
No. But the catch is that you flatten the tortilla. While
I'm sorry. Do none
so,
of these guards notice us?
No, they can't.
Not a
They're
single
blind
one of
except
us
for their
notices us.
Spotlight. Nope, only their spotlight.
They can only see 5 feet in front of them.
Anyway, so this is how you prepare one.
Whoa!
Oh, you fall into a pit.
Anti-gravity.
Twice.
Another bit.
Okay,
Can we go
catch
for 3?
the bar, Sly.
Can we just not perform a silent takedown on the guard?
No,
No,
because it may
they'll catch on.
What, he'll
So-
catch
okay.
on?
Even though you have this.
So first, we
Even
need
though
to
you have
slow
the
these
silent
freaking
obliterator.
things down. So first, you gotta slow these gosh dang things down and reverse them. There we go. There we are. Anyway.
Okay, so what now?
Now we need to.
Get on top of them and
We actually
turn
have to
off.
jump. Yeah, we actually have to jump on top of Clockwork's wings, I think. And we
Yeah,
need to
you
get
just gotta
on-
jump on top of Clockwork.
Oh, so
Yeah,
we have
'cause
to
you see the-
platform on top of our mortal enemy. Okay.
Yes.
Oh no, wait, we already
In
did
particular-
that ourselves. Okay, no, there's
And
probably there's a better purpose to doing this.
Well, yeah, you do. Those spinny things actually have a platform on either end of them. So we need to now land on each one of them and turn on and reverse their polarities. That the idea is that if we reverse the magnetic polarity, it will instead of pushing the parts together, it's going to
It
rip them
will
all
let
apart.
Clockwork fall apart.
Exactly.
Yep. If anything, the reverse polarity will actually just snap. It will not just let them fall apart; it will rip them apart.
Not rip them apart and just send them scattering all over the place.
Yep.
Except, as you can see, it's a little
Hopefully.
time-consuming.
A little,
You
yeah.
have to wait.
It would
So, while
destroy
we
the blimp
wait-
from the inside.
So while we wait, I'll continue the description of a tostada. Flatten the tortilla so that it's perfectly round, not bent, and it's flat.
you missed
Then put everything that you would have normally put onto a taco on top of the flat tortilla, and basically eat it like a half sandwich. That is a tostada.
Huh. So it's like folding a slice of pizza in half.
Sounds kind of messy.
It is messy and it's very inconvenient. Hence why I prefer tacos.
That's fair. All right, I think that's. Oh, we still got 2 more left. God damn it.
Yeah, we got these ones in the
Yeah.
back.
Pebbles
Yeah,
on
this
the
is a very
back, pebbles
time-consuming.
in the front.
This is a very time-consuming intro.
God damn it. I'm just thinking back to that freaking part of the lost episode of SpongeBob. It's like he's cleaning down the garage.
Huh?
All done, Mr. Krabs. And the recyclables.
And there's Sakaboos.
Oh, also, this particular music track here, it reminds me a lot of Psychonauts.
It does sound very psychonautic.
Kinda, yeah. It's only because of the
Yeah, it's the instrumentation. Anyway,
Now
did it!
to watch the magic unfold.
And now Clockwork go boom.
Wait. He
Wait,
didn't fall
what?
apart.
Why is he folding?
Oh,
Oh no.
wait a minute. I
I think we did it wrong.
Wait,
Very
what
wrong.
happened?
Did we do a goof?
The magnets have been reversed. But by Jove, it seems to have locked the clockwork parts into
Oops.
Oh,
Crap.
fuck.
Excellent.
That was the exact opposite
So
of what
wait,
we
it
wanted
was
to do.
pulling Clockwork apart the entire time?
Kill Neela right now, please. Kill
Knock her off
or
of the
just
floor.
or
Knock
just
her out.
run right into the open, not thus giving rid of the element of surprise.
Well, to be fair,
Well,
she
we
is
did
one
kill
tough
all the
cookie,
guards with
so...
Pull the old bird apart, eh? It seems to have had quite the opposite effect.
So wait, in this case, Arpeggio was just pulling Clockwork apart from the beginning.
Self-fluid circuits and
Yeah, if he wants to collect them, check it.
Yeah.
Because you can't fly. You're pathetic.
Yeah, seriously.
Wait.
I bet he
That's
didn't
what he
even
wants.
try.
mortality is what I see.
Oh, he wants immortality, not being able to fly. Although that's probably a bonus at his part, so that's why he's doing this in the first place.
The clockwork parts to drive their
No, I'm not gonna lie. This whole speech from Arpeggio is actually kind of ingenious. He pretty much outlines the entire plan as to what he plans to do with Clockwork.
Not to mention, he also kind of finds... he also narrates it in a way where it actually does connect all of the things together.
Yeah, it's actually, honestly, probably the strongest writing I've seen in the series.
I just kind of imagine Clockwork now as like this giant Bionicle set.
That's essentially what he is. He's the world's largest Lego set.
With the fucking ball joints that are impossible to put together.
Oh, but hang on, guys, listen.
What kept Clockwork alive for thousands of years?
Fanboy hate?
Fueled by his hatred for my family.
Oh, that works too.
Splendid. That's right. Hatred. Putting his gears and wires together was child's play compared with accumulating that much hatred.
So,
You can't make
yeah, how do you do that? Oh, but now comes my favorite part of this game where everything ties together.
My ridiculous mind.
You can't just make someone hate unless you have
Oh,
illegal
no.
substances involved.
Well, this may as well have been steroids for all we know.
So,
So
we
we're
use the
going Blade
spices.
Runner, or was it Dune, with the spice in which...
Basically, this is where everything pulls together, except for Jean Bisson. Except technically, the train did kind of transfer spice everywhere. Basically, he's going to use Rajan's spices, combining with
with
combining with
Contessa's
the Contessa's
hypnotic suggestion.
hypnotism, which the hypnosis will be generated via the Northern Lights, making a giant light show, and all of France. Since Dimitri has been using spice in the food in his nightclub, everyone in that city is going to have enough spice that when they see that light show, there's going to be... I guess it'll honestly be the finale to Kingsman. Wow, Kingsman stole from Sly 2. Look at that.
Ooh, hot.
Though, in a way, now I'm starting to think that the whole fate of Paris as we know it is going to be exactly like the City of Angels in Twisted Metal 2.
Anyway, time for him to become Clockwork.
Never
Oh.
mind.
Nope.
Well, down he goes.
I double-crossed the Cooper gang, Interpol, and Carmelita. What made you think I wouldn't do the same
You
to
fucking...
What a
That's fair.
Not wrong.
And
Oh,
look
God.
at that, she just hijacked the bird. That's actually... I'm starting to see the irony in this.
My protege, not the next.
And also, get ready for the E10 and up rating. We have officially, even though we've killed so many people,
Ooh.
He's
the
dead.
first on-screen death.
Fedez.
Well, there goes Arpeggio.
And you may want to go back to the drawing board about that name.
Yeah, so I have to say, just stick to Clockwork.
And fortunately, we should be being sucked out of the jet right now from that air pressure, but this is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a problem.
Something.
We should do something!
Something.
Next part.
So, please, yes, join us for, a
the beginning
a villain
of
brought
the
back.
end.
Yeah,
Bye-bye,
I
everybody.
think you just realized that we literally are at the end of the commentary. Rejoice!
Should we do something?